Well, I doubt you'd confidently bet against this lineup, offering a decent show today, especially after that exhilarating win at Bari last Sunday, with the 4-goal hero Savicevic seemingly now having at last won over Capello. In the past, you've had the feeling, really, that the president, Berlusconi, rated the Montenegrin somewhat higher than the coach. But now Capello, too, appears to appreciate his undoubted value. Costa Curta is out through suspension this afternoon, so Filippo Galli steps in at the back. It's an attacking formation with Savicevic, supported by Massaro and Simone. Well, only one win in the last 6 Serie A matches now. Fiorentina's form has certainly dipped in recent weeks. The goals have stopped flowing quite so freely. But of course, you can't underestimate the scoring power of any team that includes Batistuta and Baiano. In midfield, Tedesco comes in for the injured Di Mauro. Carbone is again preferred to Robbiati. So away we go. Fiorentina attacking the goal to our left against a Milan side undefeated now in 8 Serie A fixtures. Juventus, way back in October, were the last team to beat them. And they're hoping now to put firmly behind them their worst start to a season under Fabio Capello's guiding hand. Certainly some talent on the bench there for Milan today, including Iranio, who's just back from injury. He's had 9 months out. He was a substitute last week, although he didn't come on at Bari. Also Di Canio there, and Boban, another man who's had his injury problems this season. But Fiorentina straight onto the attack here. This is Batistuta. His first strike of the game, the man they call Batigol. 15 goals for Batistuta this season. The most prolific man in Serie A.
That should be a good contest, actually, Peter, the Filippo Galli Batistuta contest. Filippo obviously coming in for Costa Curta. He'll be wanting to do very well, and he is a very good defender. And we'll have to see if he can keep Batistuta quiet.
Kardashiali. Here's Belushi. Was Tedesco, who was almost on the end of the cross in by Carbone a moment or so ago. And now here's Savicevic. Oh, that was a trip then surely by Kardashiali. That'll be a yellow card. A red card. He sent him off.
He couldn't get there quick enough to send him off by the looks of it, Peter. Yes, it is a foul and it is a trip.
But surely there Belushi would have had time to
yes, one wonders.
That seems a bit harsh to me, I have to say.
This gentleman sent a number of people off in his refereeing career, and I think he just had that in his mind to get him off the field. It's a shame we're into stoppage time at the end of the first half.
Well, it was clearly a foul, there's no question about that.
He still had a lot of work to do, Savicevic.
See it again here. Well, certainly alongside him there was Belushi. So it wasn't a clear run at goal that Savicevic had. No doubt it was a trip by Kardashiali, though, and he's been sent off by Walter Cincinnapini. The man who does love a red card. Brings his tally now of dismissals to 27.
What's their equivalent to the Guinness Book of Records in Italy?
I think he's in it.
He's going to be in it now, isn't he? Yes, I think we can safely say it was a foul. But as you quite rightly pointed out, Belushi looked as if he might have got across and able to intervene.
So late in the first half, an opportunity here then for Milan. A lot of jostling going on. Albertini couldn't keep it down. Indignation on the faces of the Fiorentina players, as if they didn't have a tough enough job today. Now they're down to 10 men. Toldo trying to remain relaxed in the last few seconds now. Maybe a change of tack for Ranieri's team talk at half-time. After the sending off, a controversial one certainly, of Kardashiali. Right at the death there. Panucci. Here's Savicevic. Paspioli. Di Canio. Has he taken it too far? Desailly, yes! The Frenchman has scored. Desailly. Milan take the lead.
Savicevic was magnificent, wasn't he? Tremendous power and pace on the right-hand side, coming into the box. A lovely little cutback for Di Canio, who got himself on the wrong foot. He couldn't strike it. Made half a yard for himself and whipped it back across the face. Now, was he offside? I would be inclined to think Savicevic was offside there, but the referee hasn't given it. And Desailly doing extremely well there to stab that up. A lovely little bit of skill here.
Well, looking at that angle,
very nicely done.
Was definitely offside.
Yes, he was offside. They've had a bit of luck there, Milan.
But Desailly is guided in the goal. His first in Serie A this season. It's been a long time coming today for Milan. And that cheer was to signal the fact that Inter have now gone behind. Milan's great rivals, of course. They're away to Padova. Rovaz scored the goal. It's Savicevic now. No, it's Di Canio! Di Canio bursting through, and it's 2 for Milan.
What a great goal, Peter. Beautiful ball from Savicevic back into Di Canio's path. And you can see the jubilation amongst them. We've not really seen this from Milan for quite a while, the way they get round each other at the moment. Is it the return of the Red Devils? I don't know, but they certainly seem up for it.
Well, that was a striking finish then by Di Canio, who's only been on the field a few minutes as a substitute. I think we all remember that incredible goal he scored against Milan when playing for Napoli last season. And that was another explosive finish. No, there's an injury. So what do you think then, Ray? Are Milan back in title contention?
I think when they started off, Peter, in the game today, they put the opposition, they put Fiorentina under enormous amount of pressure, trying to win the ball back at all costs. And that's what they showed when they were winning the championship, and they were winning the European Cup. They showed a tremendous collectiveness, and we haven't seen too much of that this season. But possibly they are returning to something like that. Milan have got a chance of really creeping up now, and once the big guns see Milan coming, well, we'll see the nerves creep in a little bit, and because Milan are still feared, they are the team to beat.
Well, some concern here for Pioli, Stefano Pioli, the man who had that dreadful injury earlier in the season I was talking about. But while he is carried off, Milan can celebrate their win today at home to Fiorentina by 2-0. Desailly and Di Canio. Late on, 8 minutes from time, Desailly, 5 minutes later from Di Canio to seal the win.